Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to get into the latest Matthieu Blazy Chanel that I was able to secure. I still can't get over it. I cannot believe it. If you don't already follow my channel, please be sure to give this video a like and a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss a new video. In addition, give me a follow on Instagram as well, where I post daily. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to talk all things Matthieu Blazy Chanel. I will be honest with you, I think Chanel was drying up and getting a little boring. People weren't purchasing Chanel from the boutique as often as we saw maybe 10-15 years ago. A lot of it had to do with a combination of the price increases, some quality issues, some issues with certain items. Stitches were either popping or the leather wear and tear wasn't wearing well over time. And of course, with the significant price increases we've seen year after year, people were becoming quite dissatisfied with Chanel. In addition, I think people are moving more towards practical, everyday, casual pieces that they can incorporate into their life, not necessarily something that you have to reach for only on a special occasion or when you're going out to dinner. The Chanel Classic Flap, particularly the one that was designed by Karl Lagerfeld, has been known to be really more of an elevated, sophisticated, elegant handbag. So it's not something that you can very easily pair well with more casual everyday outfits. Like, you wouldn't necessarily pair a Chanel Classic Flap with, say, a sweatsuit. You can pair it with a pair of jeans. I've actually done it and I love the way that it looks, but more often than not, when people see a Chanel Classic Flap, they associate it more with something more elegant, more elevated, more dressed up. Now, enter Matthieu Blazy. Matthieu Blazy is Chanel's new creative director. Matthieu Blazy was formerly the creative director at Bottega Veneta, where he was with them from 2021. Throughout these past few years, from 2021 to 2024, we've seen the resurgence of Bottega Veneta and how it became repopularized. We saw this happen right around the time that he came to Bottega. Bottega really became super popular, known for its intrecciato leather, but Matthieu breathed in some new air and new spirit into Bottega. He's now bringing that creative direction with him into Chanel. Now, Chanel, over the last few years, we've seen a lot of florals, a lot of pastels, very feminine, almost giving me signs and feelings of Dior in the sense of like baby pinks, bows, pearls, very girly, very whimsical. But now Matthieu Blazy brings more casual, everyday practicality into Chanel, which resonates very well with me and I absolutely love. Bottega is another brand that I love for that reason. You can wear the Bottega hot bag or the Jody bag or a lot of Bottega's pieces with your everyday casual wear, and it fits perfectly. I have no qualms or issues bringing my small hot bag or my Jody bag if I'm traveling through the airport, if I'm running errands, as my everyday practical bag. And I think that that's what women are reaching for more. You don't want to have a bag you have to fuss over or worry about as much. When the collection launched, my first impression of the Matthieu Blazy runway show was for Spring Summer 2026, which launched last year. This was a show that I talk about in a prior video, which I'll link for you guys. Basically, you saw the solar system sort of circulating over the models. It was a new world and a new era for Chanel, and we are seeing that. His first collection with Chanel just launched recently over the last couple of weeks. It was first released in Paris. I'm going to refer to a couple of notes, so if you see me looking down, that's the reason why. Essentially, Matthieu Blazy's debut collection for Chanel actually launched in October. It was presented in Paris on October 6, 2025 during Paris Fashion Week. There were so many spectators for that show because no one really knew what to expect. Matthieu Blazy's new. He comes from a very different brand. Bottega and Chanel really have no similarities. They're very distinct. One's Italian, one's French. Bottega is known for intrecciato. Chanel is not. They had the debut show October 6, 2025, where they launched the Spring Summer 2026 ready to wear. The first in-store launch day was March 5th, 2026. I went into my local boutique on March 7th. Unfortunately, they had not received any of Matthieu Blazy's items yet. The New York launch day was actually March 13th, Friday the 13th, and there was a line out the door around the corner. It was crazy. People went crazy over the collection. They couldn't keep enough stock on the shelves. People loved the shoes, the bags, everything went. I went to my local boutique on launch day. Unfortunately, they had only received maybe one or two of the Maxi Flap flaps on that day, so I had to come back again. I did let my sales associate know the specific bag I was looking for, so she had a picture of it. She knew exactly what I was after. There were 2 bags in particular that I was interested in. I also went to another Chanel boutique and inquiring with that sales associate if they had gotten anything, and unfortunately they didn't, but I was on the list with 2 sales associates to be notified if this item came in. And then on Thursday, March 26th, I got a text message from my sales associate, and she let me know that the item had arrived. Now, I'm gonna do a reveal. It's not a proper unboxing. I've already unboxed and worn this item. I did a formal unboxing for my Instagram, but this is the bag. This is the Matthieu Blazy Spring Summer 2026 Maxi Flap in the suede with gold hardware. I am obsessed. I haven't removed the stickers yet. I will probably film a reel just because I love the satisfaction of removing the stickers. I have been wearing this bag, as you can see. It is a double flap. From what I understand, there are 2 sizes for this bag, although on the website there's only one listed, which is the one that I got, which is the smaller size, retailing for $8,500 US. There is a larger size. Alyssa Lenore has it. Absolutely love it. She got hers in Paris. In fact, we had been messaging during the launch and I let her know this was the bag I was interested in. She was also looking for the same bag, but she was holding off because she was planning to go to Paris. We will be traveling to Europe this summer in July, but unfortunately, I didn't want to wait that long. Matthieu Blazy's next collection, which is the Subway series, is coming in June. So if you are interested in snagging something from his latest collection, that will be for the fall 2026. Definitely stay tuned. Contact your sales associate, find out what day your particular boutique should be expecting items, but it should be June 2026. I'm already going to plan to sit down and look at the Subway series one more time and just see which bags I might be interested in so I can send it to my sales associate. And maybe I can get that one in Italy since I'll be traveling to Europe. This is a double classic flap. You have the chain detail handle, which is amazing. You have the Mona Lisa Smiles pocket on the back. It's 100% suede. It is very similar in size to the original Chanel Maxi Flap, although I owned the Chanel Classic Maxi Flap and I felt like it was much bigger. It could also be because of the suede. The suede kind of makes it more slouchy and malleable, which makes it less structured and doesn't look as big. So gold hardware, Maxi Flap. This is once again the smaller size. It's 100% suede, double flap. So when you open the bag, you have the leather on the interior of the flap. You have a zipper detail there, but it actually doesn't open. There's a zipper detail, but it's really just for show. So nothing can go in here. It's not like the original flap where with the leather version, you have a zipper and hide your love notes in there. It doesn't have that option. It opens and here is that double flap, which I currently have tucked in. So you have this beautiful double flap. Once again, leather interior. You've got that CC logo there, just absolutely stunning. You've got a button closure, got a button here, the button there. So if you close it, right, you can button it, which I will probably button it to keep it down. And you have a nice wide open pocket there so you can store items as well. And then you have the main compartment, which is very spacious. I'm going to show you what fits in just a second. And then we have an interior zipper. Still have the paper there. You can see it's brand new. And yes, that's where the chip is. Still has the sticker on it. You have that interior chip there showing authentication. It's got the interior of the front flap pocket there. Now, as my sales associate said, if you want privacy, you can wear the flap outside like that and then close the bag just like that. But the way that my sales associate had it, she had it tucked in. You can close it with the button if you're not using that interior pocket. For now, I just kind of leave it like a flap there and it works out perfect. I do have my 15, I think it's a 15-inch laptop. I don't think it's gonna fit, but we're gonna try. It does not fit. So you can see this is with the laptop in it. It does not fit, which I'm fine with. I did not want the larger one. Just for me, it doesn't work. I love the idea of it, but I am on the petite side. I am 5'2", so the bag would be wearing me, not the other way around. So I knew I wanted the smaller option. It is suede. I know on this channel, I have said time and time again that I would never get a high-end designer luxury suede bag, and yet here we are. Never say never. My reasons for saying I wouldn't get a high-end designer suede bag is simply because of the upkeep, the wear and tear over time. To spend that much money on a bag and have to fuss over it or worry about the wear and tear tear, knowing that over time it's not going to wear as nice as, say, a leather bag. But Matthieu Blazy's collection and what sets it apart from the rest of Chanel, and this was something my sales associate said to me, which I agree with, he designed his pieces to be everyday, comfortable, practical, casual. This is not meant to be something that you fuss over. It's meant to be something that you can wear to work, to pick up your kids from soccer, you can wear to run errands, you can wear to the grocery store, you can wear wherever you go. I am just going to approach this bag that way. My sales associate did suggest getting a suede brush, which you can order on Amazon, which I already ordered. She recommended just brushing it as needed. You don't have to brush it as often as once a month. I am just going to let the suede do its thing. I do own several pairs of suede shoes that I've had for years, mostly in the color black, and they have worn perfectly fine. If they're a darker color like black, they do tend to get a little faded over time. And if you leave something to kind of lean on it for a while, it does tend to leathery or plasticky, like the suede fuzziness kind of goes away. I don't know what that's called. I'm gonna say oxidizes. That's the equivalent. I just want to make sure that that doesn't happen with this bag. So I think I have to be cautious about storing it and how I put the chain detail. Now, so with the chain, you can pull it like I'm doing, and then just tuck it in and it will kind of cinch it there so that when you do store it, you don't have the chain kind of flapping around. You'll just want to gently put it there. Maybe you could even apply like a sheet of tissue paper or something to keep it from resting on the suede so that it doesn't create any unnecessary wear and tear on the suede. If you have recommendations and you own suede bags and you have experience at this, please include it down below in the comment section. I would welcome your suggestions. I love chatting with you guys. And I also love when you share your recommendations for caring for bags. This is a community where we learn from each other, so don't be afraid to put your thoughts out there. So anyway, so we're gonna pull the chain straps out. It does have, it looks like it would be like a removable clip, but that clip does not actually open or close. No, you cannot remove the chain strap, but that would be kind of cool if you could wear it as like a oversized clutch. You probably could wear it as an oversized clutch if you pulled the chain straps in and then just sort of like that. Now, I don't want to get any color transfer on it, and I am wearing dark colors, so I'm going to be very careful and not rub it up against my shirt. Probably not a bag I'm going to be wearing with dark denim. I'm probably going to be wearing light colors only with this bag. Today, I'm not going out, so I think we're good. I don't need to worry about this dark color transferring onto the bag. But if I were going out and I were bringing this bag with me, rest assured I would be wearing a crisp white button-down shirt so we don't get any color transfer, and light color denim only. That's the bag. I will show mod shots, but just to get a quick idea where the drop length falls. See, this bag is already pretty big for me. And again, I'm 5'2", about 138 pounds. I just love this bag so much. I love this bag. I think the equivalent that I had of my happiness with this bag was when I got the call for my Hermès Birkin. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk with Chanel and them kind of stepping into an Hermès game situation where they're wanting you to buy other products before they'll sell you a bag. I didn't experience any of that. My sales associate did not ask me or require me to purchase anything else. She was kind enough to let me know when the bag came in. I went right on over that same day. I did ask her if I could go the next day, but she mentioned to me I cannot hold the bag. People have been asking for it and chances are it's gonna go. So I went right over, bought the bag right on the spot. I didn't buy anything else. So there was no pre-spend. I had only ever purchased a pair of shoes, ballerina flats, from that same boutique a year prior. So hopefully that's not the case. I think it might be sales associate specific. If you are experiencing that, I would say maybe try working with a different sales associate. My sales associate's very helpful. She was great. She was kind. I was so thankful that she texted me with this becoming available. So very, very, very happy and thankful to have her. Slouchy, it's comfortable. It's a great bag. I'm gonna go ahead and put stuff inside. I do need to get a bag organizer. I don't have one yet. My full-size Bottega wallet. I have a little pouch with my beauty products because I don't want to risk putting anything in there like makeup that would stain. Now you do have the interior lining is leather. It makes it a little more wipeable. You have that second flap, which is suede. I could use this as my bag organizer. Funny enough, I joked on my Instagram that it better not rain while I'm wearing this bag because it's suede and we will not be wearing suede in the rain. And the person joked, although I think there's a lot of sense to it, and they said get a raincoat. And Carrie, my absolute favorite maker of all things bag hooks, they actually make a raincoat for the Birkin. Let's let's check it out and see if it'll fit on this. So the Birkin used to come with a raincoat. I love that so much fits in this bag, and could wear it with the flap kind of open so you don't have to worry about clipping it closed. But let's see. So this is the Carrie raincoat. Again, it's made for the Birkin, but I think this could work. Oh my gosh, yes. Look at that. Perfect. So this raincoat will now be coming everywhere with me, along with my bag clip. I never leave home without it. It does have a button closure at the top, so you can button it up, and look at that. Secure. Just, you know, if there's a drizzle outside, unexpected, you don't want the bag to get damaged, you don't want to have a worry about color transfer. Perfect. Absolute perfection. So Carrie, thank you for making this beautifully designed, perfect raincoat. It is amazing quality. It's thick. You can tell that it's going to protect the bag. It is like actual rain cover poncho material, which is fabulous, and it fits over the Chanel perfectly. So that is my Chanel bag, and it folds up like so. Perfect. Compact, comes in this perfect little canvas bag, and I will show you guys the handbag hook as well. I'm telling you, I never leave home without it. This is a handbag hook, comes in this cute little pouch. I got this in the gold color, and then I have the all gold, and it opens up like this. You put this on the table, you hang your bag on that, and now you never have to worry when you go out to lunch or dinner or breakfast or anywhere that you don't have a place to hang up your bag. You can even bring this to work. If you don't have a proper place to hang your handbag up, you can hang this right off your desk where you're seated, and your bag is safe and secure and protected, and you don't have to worry about not having a proper place for it. I never leave home without this. I have two of these, and I try to always keep one in the bag that I'm wearing, and then I have an extra one, and I throw that in like my backup bag. I don't know that I'll be putting a bag organizer in it just yet. I love the slouch. I think the slouch is like the appeal of this bag. So that's my Chanel bag. Let me know what questions you guys have. Drop them in the comments down below. I am obsessed with Matthieu Blazy's collection. There's one other bag that the Tiny Bag Princess has on Instagram, which I also absolutely adore. It's a small leather variation. There's another one that was on my wish list. This was #1 top priority, and I'm so happy. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and a thumbs up. I'm going to leave 2 additional videos for you guys at the end, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.